early teen pregnancies, figuring out what interventions can be made, and especially what role does sex education play in either preventing teen pregnancies or I don't know, idea too, because it's an actual crisis.
Yeah, considering it's a taboo topic in most of the communities, Bridget, talk to us a little bit about that. Sex education, how important is it, especially in spaces where we are convening either as family and school as sex education?
Yeah, so most people have a misconception about comprehensive sex education. They feel that when you talk about CSE, we're talking about sex, but actually that's not the thing we're talking about. It's more to that than just sex. Okay, there's a lot of information about reproductive health, about knowing one being, about boosting their self-esteem, body image. There's hygiene, so there's a lot to be talked about. And then comprehensive sex education should be integrated in the schools because young people need to learn about CSC as early as the age of 3 years. An example, you can tell your child, you know what, just know lips are private parts, so nobody should touch your lips. Okay, and then handshaking. You know, there's those people who used to, when you handshake them, they scratch your hand. So you can be like, you know, you see, after COVID, we never used to handshake.
I mean, I'm a guy, and if you do that to me, I'm going to smack your face. Yeah.
Honestly. Even just thinking about it, it gives you proper ick. Yes. But you're right. Comprehensive sex ed is not just sex, but is there, I don't know, evidence to prove that, you know, if you give people sex ed, your rates of teen pregnancy will reduce?
Yeah, sure thing. Because one thing about comprehensive sex education is that the information we pass is correct and accurate. It's medically approved. Therefore, sex education is important. It also helps to empower young people in making informed decisions. Because yes, young people do make decisions, but most of those decisions are made from a point of fear or from what from other people. But with sex education, then they can make informed decisions with the right information. With them.
I know that sometimes you don't always want to copy paste. A lot of the West has, you know, has very low rates of teen pregnancies, and they have really great sex education, and that's definitely something we can emulate. But are there things that are working here already in certain communities, initiatives, whether they're about sex education or something else, that have reduced teen pregnancies in specific places in the country, and then maybe we can, you know, borrow from them and spread them out to the entire country?
Yeah, sure thing. There are programs. One of them is whereby you include community leaders, parents, and the teen themselves. You bring them together. You let them have a dialogue and discussions of the issues they're facing, each group on its own. Because teenage pregnancy doesn't happen just from the blues. Maybe they have learned these things from homes.
True.
Maybe from their friends. So when you bring the young people together, they have the discussions. You bring the parents and community people plus also religion. They are called the key influencers to right holders. And then the right holders are now the young people. Therefore, when you bring them together, they have a dialogue, they have a communication. Then they can air their issues and they can come up with solutions by themselves.
Okay, I'll ask you like one final question because we're running out of time. Sometimes we talk about either prevention or then we're like, oh, it's already happened. You know, the numbers are astronomical and everyone is now worried. But what interventions or what help is there available for teens who find themselves in the predicament and they're like, you know what, it's already happened, I am pregnant, it is what it is. What help, what support is there at if it's national level, county level, from non-governmentals, from whichever way?
Okay, so in case of violence, that's gender-based violence or sex violence, you can report to at 1195, and for a young child it's 1196. And then we have social media, we have apps and numbers. You can look for Aunt Nisa, you can look for Aunt Jane, or Hesperian app. That's the FP Hesperian app.
So those are apps called Aunt Nisa, Aunt Jane.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a chatbot.
Oh, a chatbot. Okay.
Chatbot for Aunt Nisa or Aunt Jane. Any question you have, they can always answer. And then now FP Hesperian app. That's an app that has everything to do with family planning and pregnancy, how a pregnancy occurs, how you can take care of the pregnancy and all that. And then nowadays, government is really working hard on the health sector. Therefore, when you go to different health facilities, public facilities, you can get the youth-friendly services.
Okay. I'm hoping that, that's actually something we see more of in the near future.
Bridget, thank you so much for creating time to talk to us. I feel like this is a limited edition. I pray that we get an opportunity to just sit down for for like an hour and just get to actually conversate throughout and get the final feed on how we can get to improve that. And with some of the initiatives you're running, we can be able to help the society at large, because helping a young girl is actually helping an entire society.
For sure. Thank you so